How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a new video for you guys. So as you can see, we have episode 3 of car talk. And if you don't know what car talk is, it's basically where we don't have the physical car, but we still talk about it. So yeah. So today's car talk, we're going to be talking about the Toyota Yaris GR or Toyota Yaris Gazoo Racing. And yeah, just before we get into the video, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it, comment down below, share, and let's get on with the video. Yeah, so I think it's been about a week or so from the point Toyota, I think, released the Yaris GR, of course. And of course, everyone's been going crazy over it. One of the guys being Chris Harris, he loves the car. And he was talking about how Toyota would have used the same formula that they used for the Yaris GR for the Toyota Supra. But for the Toyota Supra, they partnered with BMW and then made the Supra, but they could have done it all on their own, but that's a whole different topic and video. So yeah, the Toyota Yaris was released. People have been loving it. They say the car is good, it's brilliant, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So yeah. So if you don't know what Gazoo Racing is Toyota's racing and tuning division. It's kind of like AMG to Mercedes. So yeah, so of course, the Yaris GR was made by Gazoo Racing, of course, and they partnered up with Tommy Mackinnon Racing. So it was a partnership between those two, and they kind of helped each other develop the car, of course. And yeah, so it was a partnership between Gazoo Racing and Tommy Mackinnon Racing. So some of the cars that you may or may not know that have come out from the Gazoo Racing branch or Gazoo Racing section of Toyota include the Hilux GR, the Supra GR, even though the Supra GR was kind of more of just a package, not really that they fully went on board, if that makes sense. It was more just a package. So yeah, the Hilux GR, Supra GR, the Yaris rally car, then the Hilux rally car, which also competes in Dakar, of course. I'm sure you saw Fernando Alonso competing with it the last Dakar season. Yeah, and it goes all the way up to the monstrous hybrid LMP1 racing car. So yeah, they've got the 4x4 in the Hilux, they've got the Supra, or they've got the sports car in the Supra, they've got the small rally car in the Yaris, they've got the big rally car in the Hilux, and they've got the crazy racing car in the hybrid LMP1. So yeah, so Gazoo Racing really delve into a lot of sections of cars and sports cars, rally, endurance racing in the LMP1. So yeah, their hands are pretty much in a lot of racing and a lot of divisions of cars, of course. So yeah, so they know what they're doing. So yeah, so once again, as I said, it was a partnership between Gazoo Racing and Tommy Mackinnon Racing. They partnered together, developed the car, and it came out. So yeah, so I'm assuming it started off as a normal Yaris, and then of course it headed off to Gazoo Racing, and then they looked at it, they tweaked it, they changed a lot of things about it, and that's how the GR came about. So we'll start off with the design of the car, the exterior, of course. The exterior is nothing too crazy. It pretty much just gets the job done. You know, the front part has the big air intake, of course, taking air into the engine. It's got the side intakes which take air on the side of the wheels, and it's got the nice little lights, of course. And then moving on to the rear of the car, it has the two exhaust pipes, and then yeah, it's just nice and neat, nothing too crazy, like a big front splitter, big rear wing, you know, nothing crazy like that. Pretty much just gets the job done, nice and neat, with everything having a function. And yeah, moving on to the interior, of course, once again, the interior is also nothing too crazy. It pretty much just gets the job done with a nice, neat interior. It's pretty bland, but it gets the job done, of course. With the digital screen, of course, keeping it modernized as technology improves, just keeping it fresh. And yeah, the interior is pretty much just simple, nothing too crazy, as I said before, and pretty much just gets the job done. And yeah, so moving on to the engine, it has a 6.5 liter V8. No, I'm joking. It has a 1.6 liter 3-cylinder turbo. It's 4-wheel drive, has 257 horsepower, 360 newton meters of torque. It weighs 1,280 kilograms, so it's pretty light. 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds, and with a limited top speed of 143 miles per hour. And the most important bit, do you know what the most important bit is? It has a manual. It has a manual. Yeah, anyway, yeah, most important bit, of course, has a manual. Once again, as I did in episode 2 and talking about the 400Z, Toyota also knew what they were doing. And of course, with such cars, it's really kind of driver focused, and it's a small hatch, very lightweight, lots of power, 4-wheel drive. So putting a manual in it just pretty much just completes the full package. So yeah, it has a 6-speed manual in it, and yeah. So prices will be £29,995 for the base model, or £33,459 for an amped up version that includes better suspension, 18-inch alloy wheels, and a limited slip differential. Of course, being 4-wheel drive, so the limited slip diff will just help with the transfer of power and transfer of power where there's less grip on whichever side of the tire or whichever side of the axle where there's less grip to transfer the power. They're giving it more grip and more power. So yeah, so the amped up, better suspension, 18-inch alloy wheels, and the limited slip differential. So yeah, the positives of the car: it's small, it's light, it's nimble, has functionality from the exterior and interior, nothing too crazy. Everything has a purpose, and it doesn't really need to be flashy or glamorous. It just gets the job done. So yeah, those are the positives. And also has a 6-speed manual, as I just said, 6-speed manual. It's 257 horsepower, weighed at 1,280 kilograms. So all that power, and it's that lightweight, so it should be very quick. And it's also competitively priced in that Thank you. Anyway, yeah, so it's also competitively priced between £29,995 from the base to the amped up version, 33,459, and it's pretty much all the other hot hatches are based in that price as well. So they've based at a good price, and also what it has to offer as well. So it would be pretty high up on the list if you're looking for a hot hatch. And yeah, in the negatives of the car, it has a small fuel tank, of course, having a 1.6 liter. So of course you have to top it up each time and again, but nevertheless, still a good car, but small fuel tank. And then of course, it being a small car, practicality will be very tight, of course. So carrying stuff and in the cabin, of course, I'm sure it will be quite tight, I think. But in terms of practicality and carrying stuff, it will be very tight, being a very small car. So yeah, those are the only downsides to it. And yeah, so now moving on to the rivals, of course, as the hot hatch scene is quite broad, it's quite packed. There's a lot of manufacturers that make hot hatches. So the rivals would include the Honda Civic Type R, the BMW 135i, the Mercedes A35. I'm not going to say the Mercedes A45 because the A35 and A45 are pretty much based on the same platform, but the A45 has much more upgraded bits onto it, like better suspension. What else does it have opposed? I think better suspension. I think the feel you also get from the steering is much better on the A45 because it's been tweaked, of course, so it has less understeer. So the A45 is pretty much like, as I said, with the Yaris, when you have the 29,001 and the 33,001. So the A35 is like the 29,001, the A45 is like the 33,001. So I'm not sure I'd add the A45 because the A45 starts at 50k, which is about 13,000 more than the amped up Yaris GR, and I'm not sure if we justify paying 13,000, but that's just me. So yeah, I wouldn't add the A45, but I'd add the A35. So yeah, Mercedes A35, then the Focus RS, of course. The Focus RS being a gem, of course, they don't make it anymore, but nevertheless, you can still find, I'm sure there's still a good amount of Focus RSs out there, and the Focus RS is a good car, of course. Brilliant car, good power, good handling. So yeah. And then of course Focus ST, the new revised Focus ST, of course, is another brilliant car as well that you'll be looking at as well. And yeah, then the Renault Megane RS, Renault Clio RS, and I might have missed some cars, so let me know if there are any other hot hatch cars in this group that I missed out from these. So Honda Civic Type R, BMW 135i, Mercedes A35, Focus RS, Focus ST, Renault Megane RS, and Renault Clio RS. So yeah, let me know if I missed any of the cars in the hot hatch scene. And yeah, so of course my final thoughts on the car. Simple but effective interior and exterior. As I said, it's nothing too crazy. It's not like having Bentley interior, nice soft leather, elegant wood. No, it's nothing like that. Everything pretty much has functionality and gets what it needs to get done. So it doesn't need two special pieces. It just gets what it needs to get done. So yeah, simple but effective interior and exterior. Although it has a small fuel tank and is very tight on interior space, it has loads of performance at a very good price point. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Yaris GR, and yeah, this looks like it will cause a lot of problems for the other hot hatch cars, considering all the feedback that is coming back from different journalists, different blogs. So yeah, this car is set to cause a lot of problems for the other hot hatch cars, and being at the price it's based at, once again, and having the performance it has, 257 horsepower, 360 newton meters, weighed in at 1,280 kilograms with a 6-speed manual. So yeah, it's set to cause some big damage. And yeah, so yeah, this was the Yaris GR. Let me know what you think of the Yaris GR. Let me know what other cars you'd like to see me talk about, and let me know what other cars I missed in the hot hatch group, because I think I had to think for a long time to get this list, but I may have missed some other cars. So let me know if I missed any other cars in the hot hatch group. And yeah, this was the Yaris GR. And yeah, like to have enjoyed it. Comment down below, share, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.